they both cooked equally. One made dinner one night, the other one made dinner the other night. My dad actually was a better cook than my mother. Now, the good news, that was all equal, and they both hated me equally. Now we're talking about egalitarian relationship there. And here is one that makes all the sense in the world. Nearly half of Americans said the husbands prefer to earn more than their wives. Now, come on. Of course, I'm surprised it's only half of Americans. I always dreamed of earning a terrific living and my wife earning exactly $5 less than I did per year. That is my dream relationship. Why? Because men are men. And you can't have women outdo men. And what do you do? And I've known some people where the husbands were the caregiver simply because of the skill set and simply because the wife had the ability, had a better job to earn more money and caretaking, taking care of kids. In general, it's so expensive that someone had to be home with the kids. That happens a lot. And of course, these men had a much harder time because why? Society looks down on that. What? You're not working and your wife is working? What's wrong with you? And men being the caregivers also, I love it. Some guys that I've known actually revel in it. Go to mommy and me classes. They go to all of where the women go to by themselves, clubs, etc. It's like when my partner, Cameron, one of my best friends, got married. I was her matron of honor, for real. And with all these people, I was going to wear a dress, by the way, with all the other girls, women, but I didn't.
Nobody needs to see those legs.
Yeah, I could have worn a long dress, cocktail dress, but I seriously was going to wear that, and then I said, nah, you know what, I don't want to take all the attention away from here. Coming up, I want to talk about dementia. And Michael Fox talks about Parkinson's in a new documentary, and we'll get up to talk about that. This is KFI AM 640 live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app.
Chock full of stimulating talk. KFI.
And KOST HD2.
Los Angeles, Orange County.
Live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app.
Reward for a killer. I'm Jennifer Jones-Lee, live from the KFI 24-hour newsroom. LA County has increased the reward amount for information leading to the arrest and conviction of the person who fatally shot a 4-year-old boy in Altadena. KFI's Blake Trolley reports live. The case has gone unsolved for nearly 7 years.
Salvador Esparza was shot as he was sitting on a porch in front of a home in 2016. The shooter walked up to the home and fired 13 shots. Another man was also hit by the gunfire. Investigators say some sort of alcohol-fueled argument broke out between Esparza's mom's boyfriend and a person of interest about 2 hours before the shooting. The initial reward offered to solve the boy's murder was set at $20,000. However, yesterday, the LA County Board of Supervisors voted to raise it to $75,000. Supervisor Catherine Barker, who proposed increasing the reward, says she has faith someone can help bring justice for the boy's family. In downtown LA, Blake Trolley, KFI News.
Riders in LA have traded their pens for picket signs to demand higher pay and benefits.
Thousands of members with the Writers Guild of America walked off the job after talks with major production companies broke down. Writers say half of union members are making minimum pay and aren't getting enough royalties for all of their hard work.
We want residuals to be equal to what we get on network. We do the same work on network TV that we do on streaming, but we get paid less.
Writers picketed outside of production studios yesterday after workers rejected an offer Monday night, calling the proposal insufficient. The union says it will continue striking today and every day until they get a fair deal. Chris Adler, KFI News.
LAPD Chief Moore says violent crime continues to slow down.
Looking back over the last few years, Moore said there was some positive news.
Overall, our total violent crime is down 10.7%. That's just under 1,100 fewer violent crimes over a period of time going back to 2019.
Moore said over the last year, homicides are down 23%, robberies down 16%, and aggravated assaults are down 6.5%. Moore also told the police commission yesterday there were 7 officer-involved shootings this year compared to 6 the same time last year. Steve Gregory, KFI News.
Multiple groups in Orange County have called for stronger punishments for fentanyl dealers, but bill after bill keeps getting killed in committee. Abrua Rocanillo says her son took a pill he thought was something else.
When Alexander died, it was like a bomb went off in our lives. Those who survived the explosion lost a part of their soul, while others were simply shattered by the premature loss of a promising young person.
She says dealers are intentionally using social media to target and murder kids. Committee members say more punishment was the drug war's response to crack, which filled prisons and solved nothing. West Hollywood City Manager David Wilson says 4 people have been arrested in connection with a street robbery in which an assault-style rifle was used. Wilson made the announcement during a city council meeting.
The Beverly Hills Police Department arrested 4 people involved in a robbery in their city with similar circumstances.
The robbery last week near a restaurant was caught on video. Wilson says the city is taking every possible step to prevent similar incidents from happening. The Biden administration says it will send soldiers to the San Diego sector as part of an overall deployment of 1,500 troops along the southern border. Officials say they are anticipating a crush of migrants when Title 42 expires on the 11th. This woman told ABC News an interpreter she's seeing already an interpreter and says she's already seeing an increase in migrants.
Yes, there's more people coming, a lot of people coming, because they're facing dangers in Mexico.
The CDC issued Title 42 as a health emergency to help control the spread of COVID-19. And the former top executives of 2 failed banks will testify before Congress as lawmakers dig into what caused a series of collapses at mid-sized financial institutions. The Senate Bank Committee said yesterday it will hold a hearing May 16th with Silicon Valley Bank's former CEO and Signature Bank's former co-founder, as well as its former president. The failure of Silicon Valley Bank and Signature Bank earlier this year were the 3rd and 4th largest bank failures in U.S. history. I'll get you your numbers coming up in just a second, your financial update. But first, it's Sports with Wayne.
The Lakers beat the Golden State Warriors in Game 1 of their NBA playoff series. LeBron James knows the key to winning against the defending champs.
You got to be super duper locked in. You can't make a mistake. You just can't. You can't make a mistake, they make you pay. It's literally that simple.
Final score 117-112. Game 2 set for tomorrow. The Dodgers hit lucky number 13 for the 2nd game in a row against the Phillies. Yesterday's score 13-1. That series wraps up today at 1:10. It'll be Gavin Stone on the mound for the boys in blue. You can listen live on AM 570 LA Sports. The Angels handed the Cardinals a 5-1 defeat. Game 2 today with Shohei Ohtani starting. I'm Wayne Resnick, KFI Sports.
Whether you're just starting your watch collection or expanding it or just want a great watch, check out Bob's Watches for one of the largest and finest selection of pre-owned modern and vintage luxury watches. Rolex, Omega, Cartier, Tudor, they have them all. You buy, sell, trade, free overnight shipping, all watches certified authentic. Bob's Watches, a leading online luxury timepiece marketplace for men and women. And of course, I got my Rolex from Bob's. And $200 off. Just Google Bob's Watches and Bill Handle and click on the link at the top.
Taking a look at your KFI financial update. Right now, the Dow is down. It just clicked. Down 66 now. S&P is down 2. NASDAQ is up 23. And the average price of a gallon of unleaded gas in California is $4.86. Don't wait. Maximize your compensation after an accident. Call Jacoby & Myers now. Justice for you since 1972. Jeff Voss getting a look at that drive on the 110.
Boy, oh boy, the traffic volume is way up this morning. I can't get over it. It's just everything is busy. We were just surfing over the Coliseum, and yes, indeed, North 110 coming up from South LA into downtown Los Angeles. It's just the morning crawl. The express lanes are better, of course, but the freeway itself, it's just that. Hopefully you're used to that and you will allow for it. There's a little bit of southbound slowing towards Slauson, but that's about it. We had a good look at the East LA interchange. My goodness, what a busy place. It's one of those interchanges, probably the most important interchange. You got to be in the right lane approaching that interchange to make the transition that you got to make to prevent crashes. So just be aware of that. 2 big unusual problems. Now, one is kind of easing up a little bit, and it's going north from the San Fernando Valley into Santa Clarita. North 5 at Lyons, the whole freeway was shut down. Fatal crash investigation. We've had a couple lanes open for a long time this morning. And the slowing, well, it's easing a little bit. Still tough at the 14-5 split. but after you get going there with a couple lanes open, you should be moving. And the eastbound 60 now. This is in between the 605 and the 57. E60 at Nogales, overturned red. We've only got a couple lanes open for you. All the others are shut down. The backup, well, coming away from the 605. Again, if you head to San Bernardino, get on the East 10 or the East 210. You'll be very happy you did. Jeff, KFI in the sky.
Hello, beautiful. I'm Amy Eric, founder of Madison Reed, a hair color company I named after my daughter. I started Madison Reed to give you the most gorgeous hair color made with ingredients you can feel good about. Are you tired of drugstore hair color? You deserve better. Spring is here and the forecast calls for your best hair color ever. Upgrade to salon quality hair color that nourishes and improves the condition of your hair without any harsh odors. It's easily done at home and we deliver it to your door. Plus, our hair color matching technology makes picking the right color easy, fast, and accurate. For a limited time, new clients get 15% off plus free shipping on your first online order. Visit madison-reed.com/promo. Take our online color quiz to find your perfect shade. That's madison-reed.com/promo. Try it. Love it. That's the beauty of Madison Reed.
KFI.
More stimulating talk.
An iHeart radio station.
Some people can have allergic or serious skin reactions to Bill Handle. If you notice swelling of face, mouth, throat, or a rash, stop Bill Handle and see your doctor right away.
And now, here's Bill Handle. KFI AM 640. Live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. Bill Handle here. On a Wednesday, May 3rd, tonight on Mo Kelly, Joel Larsgaard joins Mo for How to Money. Joel Larsgaard, our money guy, or one of our money guys. Now, I want to talk two subjects I want to talk about, both having to deal with your brains. On our as our guest, who's been here before with us, Dr. Dung Trin, Chief Medical Officer, the Healthy Brain Clinic. Good morning, Dr. Trin. Thank you for joining us. Okay.
Morning, Bill.
Yeah. It's always good because you're a brainy kind of guy, I guess. I don't know who wrote that, but that's kind of stupid. So there's two subjects I want to talk about in two different segments. One right there in your neck of the woods, the Healthy Brain Clinic, Orange County, and the other one just in general. So let's start with Parkinson's and Michael J. Fox. Michael J. Fox has a new document.
Police reported ahead.
Coming out May 12th, actually, just another week and a half, to promote his new documentary, Still. And Michael J. Fox, just as an aside, I think is an extraordinary person. I mean, the guy has just balls for doing what he is doing. He's a very public figure. He has late-stage dementia. He is, you can see the jerking and moving around. And he has brought to the forefront the issue of Parkinson's. So, and there's no cure, I understand. So, Dr. Trin, tell us about Parkinson's, how prevalent, what we can do about it, what anybody can do about it.
Yeah, Parkinson's is just right behind Alzheimer's as the number 2 neurodegenerative disease of the brain. With that. So if Alzheimer's is number 1, Parkinson's is right behind there. And as with most neurodegenerative disease, and what that means really is that brain cells are dying, right? And it depends on which group of brain cells that gets damaged and associated with which neurotransmitters and things of that sort. It determines whether you have conditions such as Parkinson's versus Alzheimer's versus a different condition of the brain. Alzheimer's, of course, we have the Alzheimer's plaque, we call it the amyloid plaque and the tau tangles. With Parkinson's specifically, it's the lack of dopamine. Have you ever heard of dopamine? It's a common neurotransmitter that's needed for the brain. And it's a lack of dopamine starting at an area of the brain called the substantia nigra. And that lack of dopamine leads to problems that starts with tremors. And so initially your hands are trembling, and then you start to feel stiffness over time. It's a progressive disease without a cure, very similar to Alzheimer's with these brain conditions.
Yeah, here's the question. It is without a cure. I'm assuming that medical science doesn't know how it starts, why it starts. Is it genetic? Is it inherited? The other thing, but with so many people having it, it's enormous numbers of people, why hasn't real progress been made, or has real progress been made?
So there's three treatment options when it comes to Parkinson's. The first is medication, and the most popular medication is called levodopa, and it helps with tremors. But it treats the symptoms. It doesn't treat the underlying cause of Parkinson's, which we're all still trying to figure out. So medication is one option. The second option is what we call a deep brain stimulation device, where we implant a device in your brain, actually, that delivers electrical stimulation to your brain, to specific areas of your brain, that helps, again, with controlling your tremors or the rigidity that you feel. And then the third option is therapy. It's physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy, to help you with your balance, to help you not fall down, and flexibility and things of that sort. But I can tell you a little bit about the research that's being done right now, because that's really where the gist of this needs to be done. We need to do a deeper dive into research. There are genetic links that we're studying. Researchers are investigating the role of genetics in the sense that they're looking to see which genes may activate or promote Parkinson's, and then there are genes that perhaps may protect you against Parkinson's. So looking at the gene pathway is where research is being done. Looking at what we call biomarkers. Biomarkers are measurable substances in the body that will indicate perhaps early detection for Parkinson's, where we can improve our diagnosis and where we can track the disease progression. So that's another area of research. But more importantly, how do you protect your brain, right? How do you protect your brain from losing dopamine or losing brain cells? How do you protect your brain from inflammation, which is part of both Alzheimer's and Parkinson's disease? That needs to be looked at in ways that we can protect our brain, not with just a pill, but really with lifestyle and nutrition and diet as well.
Well, that's certainly not me. So there you go. All right, I have really quickly, because we have less than a minute here before we go on our next segment. Has any real progress been made
with Parkinson's disease?
Yeah.
Some progress that's made. I wouldn't say that we have found that magic pill to improve it. Some progress has been made, but not significant progress. Not enough progress that we would like to see.
All right, let's hang on, because I want to move over to Orange County, your neck of the woods. And there is a story about Alzheimer's, and this statistic is absolutely stunning. This is KFI. Let's check in with Jennifer Jones-Lee, live in the KFI 24-hour newsroom.
Another woman has testified that former President Trump sexually assaulted her. Jessica Leeds testified yesterday in writer E. Jean Carroll's civil trial, accusing Trump of rape and defamation. The two top Republicans in Congress will attend a White House meeting to talk about the debt ceiling next week. Both Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell and House Speaker Kevin McCarthy have agreed to go. And drug maker Eli Lilly reports its Alzheimer's treatment significantly slowed the progression of the disease in clinical trials. Lilly released trial data on the company's website today. SoCal weather from KFI. Looks like we've got a mostly cloudy day ahead today with a slight chance of showers. Highs in the upper 50s to the lower 60s. This report is brought to you by Discover. Let's discover what's going on with your drive on the 57.
Well, lots. Good morning if you just joined us here. It's really busy everywhere. Orange County, Inland, LA County. But the 57, we just flew over it. We're leaving Diamond Bar now, right around the 60 and 57 merge and split and all that. It's just a very busy morning. It's kind of okay right at the crest of the hill, but going downhill, pretty much Imperial all the way down to the 91. It's just a slow morning drop. Northbound side looking good. Real quick, I got to warn you about two big problems. One is the East 60. This is in between the